the socialite who erased herself from history in 1910. 25-year-old heiress Dorothy Arnold had it all: a famous family, immense wealth, and a life of luxury in New York City. But on December 12th, she walked out of her mansion to go shopping and vanished forever. This isn't just a missing person case. It's a story about a powerful family whose first move wasn't to call the police, but to cover it up, kicking off a mystery that's been cold for over a century. The Arnolds were a powerful family obsessed with their reputation. Dorothy seemed to have the perfect life, but she had a secret dream her family hated. She wanted to be a writer, not a socialite. After her stories were repeatedly rejected, she grew desperate for a life she could control. Her secret post office box for publisher letters was a small act of rebellion in a life that felt like a gilded cage. Dorothy was also hiding a secret boyfriend her family despised, George Griscom Jr., an unemployed man in his 40s. Just months before she disappeared, she lied to her family, pawned her jewelry, and spent a week with him in a Boston hotel. This secret romance was another life her family refused to acknowledge, and it would become a key piece of the mystery. On Monday, December 12, 1910, Dorothy left home, telling her mother she was buying a dress. We can trace her steps down a busy Fifth Avenue. She bought chocolates, then a book at Brentano's bookstore. Around 2 p.m. she ran into a friend, said she was in a great mood, and planned to walk home through Central Park. They said goodbye. Dorothy turned a corner and was never seen again. When she didn't come home for dinner, her family began to panic. Here's where the story gets strange. For 6 entire weeks, the family did not call the police. Terrified of a scandal, they hired Pinkerton private investigators to secretly search hospitals and more. They even sent Dorothy's mother and brother to Italy to confront her secret boyfriend, George Griscom. Only after their private search failed did they report her missing in late January 1911. The story exploded, but the trail was hopelessly cold. With no facts, the public came up with their own theories. First, that Dorothy died from a botched illegal abortion. This gained traction when a doctor later claimed she died on his operating table and he burned the body in a furnace. Second, that she ran away. Depressed by her failing writing career, she once wrote to Griscom, "Failure stares me in the face. All I can see ahead is a long road with no turning." A darker theory points to the family. That 6-week delay made many suspect a cover-up. This was fueled in 1921 when the head of the Missing Persons Bureau bizarrely claimed the police and her family knew her fate, only to retract the statement a day later. Finally, her father insisted she was attacked and murdered in Central Park. But police dismissed this, as the park was busy and the lake was frozen solid. In the end, all we have are questions. Dorothy's father spent a fortune searching for her, but in his will, stated he was satisfied that she is not alive. Her mother, however, held out hope until her death. The case of Dorothy Arnold is officially the oldest missing person file in New York City. Did she finally escape her gilded cage, or did her secrets lead to a tragic end? After more than 100 years, the city is still silent. What do you think happened to Dorothy Arnold? Was it a desperate escape or a dark family secret? Let me know in the comments below.